we brought you on to talk about the Supreme Court seat that's open that no one's talking about, except, it was like big news that Biden was going to put a Black woman on the Supreme Court. People were losing their minds. Everyone else was cheering because it's just about having balance on this damn court. You have some inside knowledge, Jarrod Loadholt?
I'm not going to call it inside knowledge as much as it's been pretty clear for a while that Ketanji Brown Jackson from the DC circuit was the front runner. And I've not heard anything that suggests that she won't be the nominee. I'm from South Carolina. I'm personally partial to Michelle Childs. I'd love for it to be her, much like Jim Clyburn, but much like, quite frankly, Lindsey Graham and Tim Scott, but also folks like Bakari Sellers and Jim Clyburn. Like, South Carolinians have seen her career, and we've had a front row seat. And you have folks like me with family who've been before her court, right, and gotten a fair shot, and lawyers who practiced before her. So I'm very fond of Michelle Childs. That being said, it does appear that Ketanji Brown Jackson will probably be the nominee for a host of reasons. Harvard. Again, I went to Harvard, and I'm not a fan of all the Harvard folks in the Supreme Court, but it is what it is. She's on the circuit court. She's got appellate experience. She's a former Supreme Court clerk for Justice Breyer.
But she did a case, and I talked about this, and I misidentified the person. The first federal judge in Alabama sent a letter to President Biden asking him to pass over her.
But
UW Clement. What?
I'm familiar with it, but that was actually his client that he was talking about. So of course he didn't take kindly to the judge.
Yeah, but it was she voted against, she ruled against Black people getting money. Let's talk about this when we come back. Maybe this, and she's gonna have a problem in the Senate as well. 866-801-8255. You gonna stick around?
I'm gonna stick around because there's some things I want to correct the record. Just a bit.
All right, let's do it. I'm here for the correction. Jarrod Loadholt will be correcting me when we come back. It's the Karen Hunter Show. 866-801-8255 is the number. Join us in conversation. We'll be back. I mentioned that Ketanji Brown Jackson might have some opposition. She definitely has some from Alabama's first federal court judge. I was just telling you about him, and you said there's context to this.
Yeah, I mean, sure. The decision was about certifying the class, right? So when you bring a class action, one of the first steps you got to do is get the class certified. Ketanji Jackson, for a number of reasons, decided not to. That didn't get to the merits of the case per se, but obviously the attorney on the case, UW Clemens, felt that he had disagreed with her, obviously, and that affected his pocket, so he spoke up. I'll be frank. I've had some political kind of back and forth over the years with former Judge Clemens. I try to speak nicely on folks on the radio. So what I'll say about him is I take what he writes and says in moderation and with a grain of salt. There may be.
But he threw out Lockheed Martin versus the class with the Black.
That's one case. I mean, look, that's one case on a technical issue around class certification. But this is a sister who's had an entire storied career, right? And I won't boil it down to one Black guy in Birmingham's issue, right? Because one, he ain't always right. I can tell you he's wrong on a lot of things. And two, this is problematic because he knows if he writes a letter, people aren't going to look to the merits of what he said. They're going to say, first Black judge, Alabama, done like Ketanji Jackson. Well, here's why that doesn't matter. The two senators from Alabama aren't going to vote for her anyway, right? But she's got 50 Democratic votes, and she's got about 3 Republican votes that are possible. And I think that's Murkowski, Collins, and Lindsey Graham. And so she'll get confirmed. It'll be
Lindsey Graham?
Yeah. Lindsey Graham is of the opinion, I think he's right, which is elections have consequences and presidents get to get their Supreme Court nominees confirmed, which matters because he's on the Judiciary Committee. He didn't let President Obama appoint Merrick Garland when he had that was Mitch McConnell. So I think we don't want to mix our Republicans.
Right.
Up.
No, that's true. But I don't think he didn't oppose Mitch McConnell, he didn't oppose him, and he was in the Senate.
Called the shot. So again, he has said, and he has generally agreed with this, and you'll see this here, he'll very likely probably vote for Judge Jackson. I can tell you, if it were Michelle Childs, he has all but endorsed Michelle Childs publicly. So I say this, I think In the off chance that it's Michelle Childs, I feel pretty confident that she comes.
But she's going to have an easy time.
2 Republican votes from South Carolina and the other 2. So maybe you got 54. Either way, you got 50. That's all you need.
Okay. Now, Judge Ketanji Jackson Brown also has a Paul Ryan connection because her husband's twin brother is married to Paul Ryan's sister.
Correct.
So maybe that also can play a role because Paul Ryan was the rising star at some point in the Republican Party in the Congress.
I hope that in the conversations around Judge Jackson, we talk a lot about her career, her accomplishments, her time on the Sentencing Commission, dealing with the crack cocaine.
Jarrod Loadholt, have you met America? You know, we're not going to spend no time talking about that. All right, hold on. I just want to, I'm going to give you a chance to talk about all of that here on the Karen Hunter Show. But you know damn well, the average citizen is not going to be dialing in. They're going to want to know all of the gossip that judge's letter. Oh, see, she don't like Black people. You already know. But go ahead, please break down who she is. Tell us.
One of the things that you say off when I'm on the show is it's incumbent upon us to elevate the conversation, right?
Come on.
And I think a part of us elevating this conversation is I don't think we've ever had a Supreme Court justice that was a public defender. Ketanji Brown Jackson was a public defender. That matters, right? When you have Fourth Amendment cases, when you have criminal defense cases, I don't think we've had a criminal defense lawyer on the Supreme Court in a very long time. That's number one. Number two, her work on sentencing is well known, well documented. U.S. Sentencing Commission. That having that kind of voice on the court for criminal justice matters. And the Fourth Amendment, search and seizure, and all these other things, those things matter, right? And so, look, you're going to hear all kinds of nonsense reporting around this nomination. I just hope that our people we're grounded in understanding that she is fair, she is credentialed, she is stellar, she's had a fantastic career, and she's eminently qualified to be on the Supreme Court.